So, today I'm gonna show off a little bit more of this fancy subscreen thing. So, basically, um, this, you can select things. No actual subscreen objects have anything useful on their editor yet. The editors are all blank. Um, down here, these do nothing. None of them. None of them except for themes. These literally, the buttons exist, so the buttons animate. But the button is sending a signal saying, okay, I was clicked, and nothing's checking that. So, themes though, themes is being checked. So this, actually, is, extended just to show that it can fit 3 rows, that actually won't have, or columns, not rows, that actually won't have that many, in the actual thing, unless I eventually need more palette space, in which case I can, expand it by another 8, without needing to, add another window or a tab panel or something. But yeah, and from here, we can make changes to the palette. Now, because editing the palette and then having that change stuff on you while you're trying to edit the palette is bad, it actually won't change anything like you're here. So I can go and change any of these, and it's not going to change anything. Unless I put preview on. Now, it will change it live. So if I want to, say, go to Basic Dark, you can see it live. Here's where we were. And check that and see that change it, but it's not actually changing. We go down here to Classic Dark. This looks kind of like 2.53 and 2.55's actual dark theme. I wonder if that is a coincidence that the colors line up, or if those are there because they're the dark theme. It's from C-Set E, or 14, in the classic set. So these themes down here are for the classic set. They may or may not work in other sets, which is a problem. Because you might want to design a subscreen for another set, so you might load this script up to another set, and these would not work. Which is why I made the basics. The basics here use C-Set 15, which is not editable because it is system colors. So these are ZC's actual colors from the menu that I'm reading. So, it won't change, it'll be static. Of course, though, if I wanted to, let's start here, and let's make the text a little bluer. Oh god, that's awful. Lighter? Let's just do white. That's too bright, right? Cursor, by the way, will not actually change this cursor at the moment. This cursor is a tile, not drawn. I'm actually going to make this drawn with, it'll just be 3 line commands. So that way I can use the palette, and not need a tile present in the set, because obviously this cursor has to be a tile in the set, and that's not good. Though I'm probably going to add more cursor options to choose from at some point. And this will be used for the cursor. This, though, does presently, if I hit, I haven't actually added a confirm button here. Clicking the X will cancel, but I can hit enter. And enter will take out to proper. So like there, that cursor is affected. So that's that color. And highlighted is what's used for that. This one. And that's also used, whoopsie. Let's not do that. Escape does do that too. Why does it do that? I also want to just disable escape in the editor completely so that you can use it to escape these menus properly. Yeah, so let's check out this, and this is red now too. So that's what's used for that. Yeah. I have actually allowed access to this system color CSAT for anyone, mainly because I wanted to use it in the basic ones, and then you'd come in here and the cursor would be off the bottom. Weird to say the least. So yeah, kind of fix that. Anyway, back to Classic Dark for real. Yeah. I don't even know what this button's gonna be. Really not a clue. Settings here is going to be like generic settings for the subscreen. Like the frames of hold timer. So like if you're trying to go left and right between items, so I'm going left and right between items here like this. Okay, it's yeah, that is. Let's turn that texture turn that down to CC. Turn down OBS is not gonna turn down for me. Don't need any sound. But basically right now, I'm holding right. I think that's about 30 frames it's set to for a delay. So that will be in settings that you can set that number. And if you set it high, then this will probably just like not move unless you, if you mash the button, you can go, it ignores the timer. But set it really high, then you'll probably need to press every time. And if set it low, then you probably won't be able to make the cursor stop, so that's probably not good. I think this is about a good speed. It just about gives the sound effect time to finish out, so works. And that's I don't know if it's actually the default or if I just have it set up in the test. If it's not the default, it will be the default because it's good. I think the defaults may actually all be at 0 now because I didn't add an array initializer. But regardless, yeah. So basically, new object here is going to be a panel to allow you to place something new. These are all just created by an init script at this point. Because new object, I do have some basic new object options for scripts. Not for clicking on the interface though. This will be to open a saved file eventually when saving to file is a thing. It'll either allow you to save out the module data raw, which will be a smaller file, and then load here can load that file. You can also export it as a ZScript file, which will be the actual script for your subscreen to run. Again, I have no clue what that one's going to be. And, yeah. So anyway, that's it. Bye.